I just want to review the difference between functions and relations and then talk about how it relates to what we're doing today. So if we have a function, that means that your function is working. It's doing exactly what it needs to do. So we're going to use this representation to be like our equation or our function, and we're talking about a toaster. If a toaster is functioning, I put bread in. That's my input. That's what I'm putting into my function, into my equation, into my table, into my toaster. If I input bread into a toaster that's working, I'll get out toast. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today, functions where you input something and then you're going to get an output. Let's talk about relations. So a relation is something that is not working, a function that's not working, or a toaster that's not working. So if a toaster's not working and I put bread in, there's a couple things that could happen. If it's not working, I could get just bread out. If it's not working, it could burn my bread. And if it's really not working, then it could catch on fire, which is not good. So we're going to be talking about inputs and outputs today in terms of functions. And so we're going to use this table, this input and output table, but I want you to go ahead and set your notes up. So you can go ahead and pause the video right here. So you can write that we're doing Learning Target 2.2 notes. We're learning level 7 and 9 today. And then you can go ahead and copy this table down really quick before we discuss it. So go ahead and pause the video right now, and we'll talk about the table once you're done. So this table right here is a bunch of synonyms. So these are all the things that mean input, and these are all the things that mean output. So if I'm inputting something into a toaster, I'm putting X into the toaster, I'm putting a domain into the toaster, I'm putting this number inside the parentheses into the toaster. The output is what comes out of the toaster. So the output would be toast, Y would be toast, it's what comes out. Range is what comes out of the function or out of the toaster. And then f of x equals whatever comes out of the function, the number that's going to be here, that is your output. So input's what goes in, output is what comes out. So here's the rest of your note sheet for today. So this is the part that we've already done, this part up here. Boop. And then we're going to do 4 examples. We're going to do an example over tables, an example over points, an example over equations, and an example over function maps. And then here's the example that we're going to do for number 1. So feel free to set up your note sheet exactly like you see. And then go ahead and copy down this table. And then write down that we're going to figure out input of 2, f of 0 equals, if y equals 3, and if f of x equals 4. Go ahead and pause the video to make your notebook look like this.